Here's tonight's 9 at 9. Officials in Wuhan, China, revising the city's coronavirus death toll. Within the past few hours, nearly 1,300 new deaths were added, raising the total to more than 3,800. The city also increased the total number of cases to more than 50,000. This comes as the U.S. accuses China of hiding the scope of the epidemic from the world. We now know the identity of a U.S. sailor who died after contracting the coronavirus. The U.S. Navy says Chief Petty Officer Charles Robert Thacker Jr. died from COVID-19. The 41-year-old was being treated at U.S. Naval Hospital Guam. He tested positive for the virus back in March while he was assigned to the USS Theodore Roosevelt. A parishioner of a Louisiana church that's been defying the governor's ban on gatherings of more than 10 people has died of complications from COVID-19. Life Tabernacle Church has held services with hundreds of people over the past month, despite the governor's executive order. The pastor arrested on March 31st and charged with 6 misdemeanor counts of disobeying the powers of government. Another horse was euthanized this week at Santa Anita Park in Southern California, bringing the total number of horse deaths there this year to 9. The track says MC Hamster, a 4-year-old horse, fractured its left front ankle during training on the main track. The injury was determined to be unrecoverable. Horse deaths at the track gained nationwide attention last year when officials briefly suspended racing after more than 20 racehorses died in 10 weeks. R. Kelly's day in a Brooklyn court is delayed. The singer-songwriter's trial date was scheduled for July. It's now been moved to September. Toxic blue-green algae has been spotted along Lake Okeechobee in Florida. The Florida Department of Environmental Protection reports one test taken earlier this month had 36 parts per billion of algae in the sample. Samples are reported toxic when it reaches 8 parts per billion. Police in Las Vegas seizing $8.6 million worth of illegal marijuana. They say there were 5,700 plants there, making this the largest indoor marijuana grow operation they've shut down in their area. A group of police officers in Colombia bringing music and joy to this neighborhood as they dance Zumba outside an apartment complex. Residents stood by their windows and balconies and danced along. The officers hope Zumba helps relieve cabin fever for many who've been under self-quarantine for weeks. In Italy, a violinist pays tribute to healthcare workers on the front lines of the battle against COVID-19 by playing a song on her rooftop. To read more about these stories, head to ksat.com.